Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today I wanted to show you my trap version of Shaddolls. So trap Shaddolls, I guess you can call them. There's two things I really like about this deck. One, it's just a really powerful control deck, and two, it's very budget. There's basically just one card in here that's pricey, and that's of course the Shaddoll Schism. But we just play one. And honestly, you don't even have to play the one. So if you don't want, I'll give you a recommendation for a card to play instead of this. But yeah, you don't even need to play this card in this particular build. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm super excited about this deck. I was actually trying to release it last night, but I wanted to do a little more playtesting, and I'm glad I did because I made just one change that I think helped the deck out a little bit. So yeah, let's get right into this. Starting with our Shaddoll monsters. We play, of course, the 3 Windy. It's the best Shaddoll card, basically. Shaddoll monster card. Because when it's flip summon, you can special summon a Shaddoll from your deck. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck. So that obviously just gets everything going for you. And especially in a version like this, where it's just super control. Getting that special summon every turn is ideally what you want, or just as much as you can. It's very good card. And then just 2 Squamata. We definitely don't need 3 in this version. You could, if you wanted to, even cut it down to 1. If you're just feel like you're seeing too many Shaddolls, this would be the one I would put 2-1. But it is still good. I do like its flip effect. You can target a monster on the field and destroy it. Surprisingly, you do use that effect a lot. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can just send any other Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard. So there, you can send another Shaddoll monster, obviously, or you can send like your Resh, which is pretty good as well. It has a really good graveyard effect. Then we play the 1 Aerial. Potentially, I've even thought of bumping this up to 2 because it is just that good against a lot of the current decks, because when it's sent to the graveyard, and obviously you can do that on your opponent's turn, you can target up to 3 cards in the graveyards and banish them. So that's just good interruption against your opponent and against a lot of really good decks like Eldelich. Then play the 1 Beast. This is actually a card especially early in the game, I try to special summon off of Windy, so then I can use its flip effect on my turn. Draw 2 and discard 1. It's just a good draw card, basically. Play the 1 Hedgehog. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster from your deck to your hand. And if it's flip summoned, you can add a Shaddoll spell or trap from your deck to your hand. 1 Dragon. Really nice. When it's flip summoned, target a card your opponent controls and return to the hand. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, you just target a spell and trap and destroy it. And the last one we play is just 1 Falco. Nice recursion card, basically. When it's flip summoned, target a Shaddoll in your graveyard, special summon it in face down defense. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it back to the field in face down defense position. So it's a nice little, again, just recursion card. And then the final monsters we play are just some hand traps. 3 Ash Blossom, just a really, obviously really good universal one, and then Effect Veiler. It's a spellcaster, and then you can use it more than once per turn, just negating a monster effect on the field. So that's it for monsters. Again, this is a control version. Our normal summons are basically involve setting a card. That's our normal summon usually. So you don't need cards like Mathematician or anything like that to like get combos going, because you're pretty much just controlling the field and doing stuff on your opponent's turn. So, and then for the spells, which I'll just say right off the bat, we're not playing Shaddoll Fusion in this version. All it is, because we're trying to go first with this deck. This is more a going second card in my opinion. So going first, you have to have this card plus 2 Shaddolls to just get one fusion monster out. Obviously, there's other combos you can do with just this card. But in this version, we don't need this card at all. So we play 3 Shaddoll Fusion, because it's a quick play, so we can fusion summon on our opponent's turn. And then we play 3 Super Polymerization using our opponent's monsters, and again, it's a quick play that we can use on our opponent's turn. So that's all you need for fusions. And then for some draw power, Pot of Duality. Again, on our turn, we're really not doing much special summoning. So this card is just getting you to your traps or your fusions or, you know, whatever you happen to need at the moment. So that's it for spells. That's all we play. It works perfectly. You guys definitely should try it out. And then for the traps, play 3 Sinister Shadow games. This card is so good. You just send a Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can change any number of face-down defense positions Shaddoll monsters you control to face-up defense positions. So you get some really good flip effects off, and then you get obviously any Shaddoll monster effect that you send to the graveyard. This is just really, really good card. And then one of the changes I made after testing this out some more was bumping Resh Shaddoll incarnation to 3, because I originally had it at 2, and then I actually had Trap Trick at 3, but I bumped that down and put Resh to 3 because this card is just insane. I always wanted to see it. You're able to just special summon a Shaddoll from your graveyard in face up or face down defense position. And then when this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this and any other Shaddoll card. And then you can either change a face down monster you control to face up, or change a face up monster you control to face down. So it just gets you some flip effects off, or allows you to flip them down so then you can get a flip effect off when it's back to your turn. So yeah, this card is crazy. And especially, again, in this control version, getting that special summon from the grave, you know, every turn if you can, is just really, really nice. And then, as I mentioned before, just play the one Schism. If you don't have it, I would probably just cut it and just replace that with a 3rd Trap Trick, and you should be good to go. Again, it's not necessary. It is extremely good, though, because you're able to use monsters from your graveyard or field, and you just banish them. The monster you special summon can't attack directly, which actually I found was a hindrance because I was attacking directly a lot. I was clearing boards. But overall, it's just too good of a card. Play it if you can. It's very easy to search. So with this next card I'll show you. 3 Dogmatica Punishment. This card basically for this deck says destroy a monster your opponent controls, and also search any Shaddoll card. That's basically what it says, because you're not sending Elder Entity. This card is pointless to play in this deck because you have one of the best targets for punishment is going to be App Cologne. When this is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll card from your deck to your hand and then discard a card. So again, that's just an easy way of getting to your Schism if you need it, or your Resh Shaddoll, any of your monsters, just whatever. So this card is absolutely insane. Definitely play it. And then we're also playing 3 Torrential Tribute. Again, this is just another crazy, crazy card for this control version. When you destroy the board and you have 2 Shaddoll monsters on the field, you're getting just really good effects out of them. And then you're obviously getting rid of your opponent's board. This card is just really, really good. And then the final 2 cards are just 2 Trap Trick. Again, I had it at 3, but then Resh Shaddoll, I'd rather draw Resh Shaddoll than a Trap Trick. So, you know, get the card you're searching for rather than the search card. But this card obviously is still just a good universal one. You know, if you open Punishment Tribute, maybe you want to get Sinister Shadow or Resh, you know, this card is just really good. So that is the main deck. We stuck with 40. Again, it's a control deck, so I wanted to be as close to 40, and we were able to stick exactly 40 and still have a very nice deck. For the extra deck, playing 3 App Cologne. You can make it fairly easily, but then again, you're using that Dogmatica Punishment usually to send this. It's an amazing card. And then we play the 2 Construct and 2 Winda. They're kind of your boss monsters, I guess you could say. Once you get them out, they're very good, especially Winda. Just restricts each player to only 1 special summon, so really nice. And then our super polymerization target is obviously, Construct, Winda, or I also did Dragostapelia. The reason I did this one is because we have, a lot of dark monsters that we can use, and then it just requires a fusion monster. So this is basically just a super easy out to Dragoon. And then for our links, our link 1s, we play an Artemis. This is a light, so you just take any of your Shaddoll monsters and link away for this one, and then you have a Shaddoll monster in your grave, and then a light monster on the field. So then if you have your Shaddoll Schism, you can then go into Construct using this card and the other Shaddoll monster you had, so very good. And then Gravity Controller, another just really good link 1 that you can use any of your fusions usually, is what you're using for that. Cross Sheep is probably the best link for this deck. So once you make this, and then if you fusion summon, you can then special summon back usually a Shaddoll monster from your grave back to the field with this card, so it's crazy good. And then we play the 1 Shaddoll Construct. It's just a recursion card, and it's also your way of fusion summoning as well. It's pretty good. Our link 3 is actually Selene. It's just another one that just gets you a free summon from the grave. Once you make this, and it has 3 counters on it, you just remove those, special summon a spellcaster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. And then our link 4s play an Avermax, and for going second, Boral Sword. Avermax is actually really good. If you can make an Avermax and then have like a Winda, you probably are going to win. It's just that good of a control card with some traps backing it up. You're probably going to win with just this card. And then, OTKs with Boral Sword are just too easy. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. Again, I did a lot of testing with this, and it is very good. At this moment, there's not much I would change with it, to be honest. I don't think it needs any expensive cards or anything like that. Again, if you don't have Schism, I only have it because I happened to snatch one up when it was like $9. But it's tripled in price now. So again, if you don't have that, just play a 3rd Trap Trick, and you should be good to go. This deck will just do a lot of controlling for you. And you'll probably win with just, like Super Poly and Torrential. Those are 2 super powerful cards and then along with, obviously all the Shaddoll stuff, Sinister Shadow Games, and Resh, you just have a lot of control here, basically off of just having traps and usually just like 1 Shaddoll monster. Like if you open a Windy and these traps, you're sitting pretty good. It's a great deck, so try it out, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.